Good day, everyone. So today we will be discussing about the Republic Act 9710, also known as the Magna Carta of Women, which was enacted on 2009. The RA 9710 is a comprehensive women's human rights law that incorporates international standards such as CEDAW. It mandates the state to eliminate discrimination and ensure women's equal access to opportunities, resources, and justice. The law institutionalizes gender mainstreaming across all government agencies, including those within the criminal justice system. It redefines equality by requiring affirmative action for women. So the CEDAW is an international standard wherein the Philippines is a member or is a part of. CEDAW stands for Convention on Elimination of Discrimination Against Women. Okay, let's try to write that down. So that is Convention on Elimination of Discrimination Against Women. And here are the following salient provisions of this act. Again, salient provision po is the important sections or provisions. Prohibition of discrimination against women. So the main rule or the main goal of this law is to eliminate the discrimination against women. Okay? RE 9710 categorically prohibits all form of discrimination against women, whether direct or indirect, in public and private spheres. Discrimination is defined broadly to include policies, practices, or omissions that impair women's enjoyment of rights. Okay, so isingit ko lang po, no? Ang RA 9710 or the Magna Carta of Women, nakalagay po sa definition of terms niyan na ang gusto daw pong ma-achieve niyan is tinatawag na substantive equality. Mamaya actually mababanggit din to. Equality. Napapaloob sa sinasabing substantive equality ang mga senaryo ng de jure, either by de jure daw po ba or de facto. Sabi dyan, ano yung de facto or de jure na yan? Padaliin lang natin, etong de jure, by law. Okay, dito muna tayo. Pag sinabing equality, ang tinutukoy po natin dito, especially in this law, is the gender equality or the fair treatment for every gender. Pag sinabi naman pong substantive, ang ibig sabihin po niyan, in Tagalog literally, is makabuluhan. Ngayon, sabi daw po, ang hinahabol daw po or ang goal daw po nitong batas na to is to have a substantive equality either by de jure and by de facto. Ibig sabihin ng de jure is by law. Magkaroon ng equal opportunity ang genders by making laws that promotes and observes gender equality. So ang Pilipinas, hindi naman po gaanong nagkukulang when it comes to law. Patas naman ang ating batas when it comes to male and female, or if not, is almost patas naman po, no? Pero, meron po tayong de facto rin. Ano ibig sabihin yan? Pag sinabing de facto, ito naman po yung reality. Na kung saan, patas nga ang batas natin, pero ang nangyayari pa rin in reality is nagkakaroon pa rin ng bias or gender bias specifically. Na kung saan, pabor pa rin ang kondisyon, lumalamang sa mga kalalakihan kaysa sa kababaihan. Okay? So, ang goal po ni RA 9710 is ma-eliminate yun. yung ano na yon, yung ganong klaseng bias or the gender bias. Okay? Una, dahil pinapabago niya po ang tinatanggal ang discrimination either direct or indirect. Ito nga po yung harap-harapan o kaya indirect na mayroong mga posisyon sa kumpanya na bawal ang babae. That is indirect discrimination. Okay? At meron naman pong public and private. Ito naman po yung sa government natin at yung mga private companies. Okay? Discrimination is defined broadly to include policies, practices, or omissions that impair women's enjoyment of rights. Ito na nga, no, para magkaroon talaga ng equality. Okay? Sabi dito, recognizing that systematic and institutional practices can disadvantage women even without overt bias. Okay? Kahit wala pong display ng pagkabias against women, some policies, system, and institutional practices talagang nag-i-end up po na magkaroon ng gender bias or nare-reinforce itong gender stereotypes. Yan na nga po ang tinatanggal nitong batas na to ng Magna Carta of Women. Protection of women in especially difficult circumstances. The law provides special protection to women who face compounded vulnerabilities such as women in detention, migrant workers, victims of armed conflicts, and women with disabilities. Ini-emphasize po ni RA 9710 na nai-intensify ang gender inequality kapag mayroon pang ibang factor. May conflict, poverty, age, and disability. Therefore, ito pong batas na to is nag-outlook mabigyan ng extra protection. Ito pong mga women na meron pang karagdagang vulnerabilities such as poverty, age, disability, or conflict. Sa kahit anong parte ho ng criminal justice system, ha? Eto nabanggit na. Ito yung may part daw po galing sa SEDAW, ito PCW. Mamaya explain natin yan. Isa po sa mga hakbang ng RA 9710 para ma-eliminate ang inequality or gender inequality is the mandatory employment of gender and development programs. Sabi po dito, all government agencies including police, prosecution, courts, correction, institutions are required to institutionalize gender and development program. Okay? Sabi, lahat ng ahensya ng ating gobyerno, lahat ng bureaus, department, and agencies in the Philippines is dapat daw pong magkaroon ng gender and development. Ang mga nakalagay dyan sa program na yan, training, policy reform, budgeting, service delivery reforms aimed addressing gender issues. Ito pong gender development program, damay din po dito si Ched. Tapos sabi ni Ched, sabi kay Ched, gumawa kayo ng gender and development program para ma-promote ang gender issues at mabigyang awareness ang gender sensitivity. Ngayon si Ched, ang hawak niyan mga HEIs or mga higher education institution, in short, colleges. Ngayon, on part of the criminology naman na department or the CCJE, sabi gumawa kayo ng ng subject or ng policy, no? Subject na magpo-promote ng gender equality. Dito po nagawa si gender sensitivity in criminal justice system. Or, yung course code na lang ilalagay ko, EC3. Yan. So, ito po ang dahilan, in short, kung bakit nag-i-exist itong subject ninyo. Okay? Ganito po ka-importante itong subject na to. This provision ensures that gender sensitivity is mainstreamed into institutional structures rather than treated as peripheral concerns. Ano pa nagawa nito? Dahil may gender and development program, tandaan nyo ho, ang AFP, Army, Air Force, Navy, Tri-Bureau, PNP, BJMP, BFP, Ano pa, PCG, lahat ng mga law enforcement, tandaan nyo, meron po yung sariling unit, hiwalay na unit. Ang tawag, GAD or something related to that. Gender and Development. Yan din naman ang pinaiiral nun, kung hindi naman yan ang pangalan. Gender and Development Program. Ngayon, isa sa mga nabago sa policy pagdating dito sa program na to is every time na meron pong quota, ito nakalagay pa to sa batas, no? Every time na magkakaroon ng quota, supposed to be daw po mag-aalat ang ating mga law enforcement ng at least 10% ng quota na yon para sa mga kababaihan. Again, to promote gender equality. So dati, alam naman natin na ang common is, ang common na pumapasok sa serbisyo, lalo na sa uniform personnel, is men. However, nung katagalan na, kahit na may batas na allowed na si girls or si mga women na pumasok sa uniform personnel, eh hindi pa rin po sila nabibigyan ng chance para talagang makapasok or nahihirapan pa sila dahil nandun pa rin yung stereotype na ang babae mahina, ganyan. Ngayon, para matanggal yung pang-discriminate na yon at yung stereotype na yon, ni-require po mismo sa policy ng mga law enforcement na kapag nagbibigay po ng quota at merong recruitment, dapat merong allotment na mapupunta sa babae lang para talagang maging involved sila. Ano pa ang nagawa ni RA 9710? Accountability of public officers for gender-based violations. RA 970 holds public officers liable for the acts or omission that result in discrimination against women. This provision reinforces the principle that gender sensitivity is enforceable and justiciable. It discourages tolerance of sexist practices and compels justice sector personnel to integrate gender perspective into their official functions. Okay, meron daw pong accountability para sa part ng public officers. Ang RA 9710 po is matatawag po nating administrative penal law. Kapag nilabag mo po etong batas na to, hindi ka naman po automatically criminal kasi wala ho diyang nakalagay mismo na punishable act. Pero, ito na, public officers. Kaya po nakalagay administrative lang kasi pag sinabing administrative, yung klase ng kaso po to na sinasampa para sa mga public official or kung ayaw mo ng public official na word, employee. Sabi dito, kapag hindi nila pinatupad ang RA 9710 or kapag wala silang gender and development program, pwede po silang magkaroon ng, ito na yung penal na word, ng punishment. Pero administratively, ano ba yung mga punishment na pwedeng makuha administratively? Kapag sinabi pong administrative cases, ang nakukuha po dyan ng mga example na punishment is suspension. Ano pa? Demotion. Reprimand. Dismissal. Revocation. Okay, any administrative cases, ito yung pwedeng maging sintensya or maging kabayaran. Una, suspension. Suspension is yung hindi ka papapasukin at the same time, wala kang sahod during the time na yon. No? Posible pa man po na kapag pulis ka kasama sa suspension is isusurrender po muna ang iyong badge, firearm, no? Mga ganon. Next, demotion. Napakadali. Bababa lang ang ranggo mo. Reprimand. Reprimand is papagalitan. Okay, halimbawa po, nasa isang public office kayo at na nakaranas kayo ng pang-attitude, no? Medyo mataray o kaya nabastos kayo. Nagsumbong kayo ngayon sa hepe o kaya sa head nun ng public institution na yon or na government institution na yon. Sir, bakit ho ganyan yung empleyado ninyo? Hindi ba public official yan, public employee, dapat may respeto sa sa paggawa ng trabaho niya. Dapat maayos makitungo. Kasi ang sahod niyan is galing sa taong bayan, ganyan. Halimbawa, no, nainis ka. Pag sinabi po nung hepe na yan or ng head nun, pag sinabi na, thank you for your concern, ma'am or sir, we will make sure that the employee involved in this incident will be reprimanded or will be properly reprimanded. Ang ibig sabihin lamang naman po nun is papagalitan. Pagsasabihan lang po yung employee na yon. Mas maganda lang pakinggan. Okay? Ano pa? Dismissal. Dismissal yan ang malupit. Sibak sa posisyon. Tanggal ng trabaho. Revocation of license. Papawalang visa yung lisensya mo. Tatanggalan ka ng lisensya. Okay? Kapag nilabag daw po si RA 9710, yan ang mga posible rin din po nilang maging punishment. Yang mga yan. Suspension, demotion, reprimand, dismissal, revocation. At syempre meron pang iba. Hindi na natin i-discuss. Procedure of implementation. The RA 9710 is implemented through systematic integration of gender perspective into policies, programs, procedure of all government agencies, okay, including SOP. Mga di po nakakaalam, ang ibig sabihin ng SOP, Standard Operating Procedure. Ulitin ko, SOP, Standard Operating Procedure. Surprisingly, some of you still don't know what that means kahit medyo common siya sa ating nature as criminologists or criminology. Next, including police protection, including police, prosecution courts, and correctional institution. Justice sector agencies are required to review existing rules and practices. Nung nagawa po itong batas na to, noong 2009, no, pina-review po yung mga rules, policies, programs, and procedure kung talaga bang meron silang discriminatory effect. At yung mga meron po is na-amend or yung hindi na kayang ma-amendahan is na-repeal. Alam niyo naman tong word na to. Pag sinabing amend, na bago o na dagdagan, na palitan. Pag sinabing repeal, ito entirely na palitan. Yung procedure, yung batas, no? So pina-review po yan. Dapat rules should be gender neutral, patas para sa lahat ng gender. Ito na, nabanggit na. This procedure reflects substantive equality by correcting structural disadvantages faced by women. Pag sinabing substantive, in Tagalog literal, makabuluhang pagkakapantay-pantay ng alin ng mga gender. A key implementation mechanism is the mandatory gender sensitivity and God-related training or GAD. For justice personnel. Lahat po yan, ang police, prosecutor, lahat ng part ng ng criminal justice system po. Meron po silang training, reviews pagdating sa kanilang policies. Meron po silang pagbabantay sa tamang pag-i-implement ng kanilang gender and development program. Okay? Para daw po maintindihan, kailangan ma-recognize muna natin ang pagkakaroon ng gender bias at maintindihan ng kanilang nararanasan para naman tayo ay magkaroon ng gender responsive manner, okay, or ng gender sensitivity. Monitoring enforcement are conducted through the PCW, ito na, the Philippine Commission on Women, which oversees compliance and evaluates agencies' performance. Si PCW po, under po yan ni CHR. Si CHR ang ibig sabihin, Commission on Human Rights. Ulitin ko, si PCW po, under po yan ni CHR. CHR, Commission on Human Rights, under the Office of the President. Kung eto, human rights generally ang pinopromote at binabantayan when it comes to implementation, lalo na ng mga government institutions. Si PCW naman po is the implementation of the GAD program at yung elimination ng discrimination entirely. Yang nagawa po ang PCW by the virtue of RA 9710. Okay. Dati, nung panahon ni Marcos, ang tawag po dyan NCRFW. Sabihin ko na lang, watch out kayo sa caption. Ang ibig sabihin po ng NCRFW is National Commission on Role of Filipino Women. Tama ba? Tama. National Commission on Roles of Filipino Women. No, ang goal din po niyan is to empower women. Noong panahon niya ni Marcos, and then nabago ang institution 1987 Constitution. And then noong 2009 tsaka pa lang po nagawa itong RA 9710. At napalitan po si NCRFW, ginawa pong PCW under the CHR. Para bantayan ang implementation ng Gender and Development Program throughout all government institutions. Note, the RA 9710 serves as the overarching framework guiding gender-sensitive interpretation and enforcement of all criminal laws. Okay, yan lang naman po para sa RA 970. Okay, so that would be all. Stay curious, subscribe, comment, and follow for more.